नहीं सुना था. Krishnakant, namaste Krishnakant, welcome from Navi Mumbai. Sangamner से Bahu Saab, welcome. Namaste Neela, great. Some of you have just joined in. Ensure you join in not at 7, because every time HM starts at 7. Chalo, great. Just to share with you, those who have joined in for the first time and those who have missed out in the previous versions of HM, just want to share with you that HM is something which we have been doing for the last 25 years. This is called Happy Minds. And when we say Happy Minds, it means people who are there or minds who are there and they are having this happiness quotient on a high. And ये नाम भी बहुत साल पहले, one of the participants, one of the Chrysalians, he gave it to me somewhere in the year 1999. हम लोग ऐसे बैठे हुए थे हॉल के अंदर and we used to have weekly meetings after our batch would get over. And ऐसे कई महीने निकल गए, हम लोग हर हफ्ते मिलते थे. Sometimes we would play cricket way back in 98, 99. Sometimes we would go for a walk. Sometimes we would just discuss on a subject. And then ऐसे हम लोग evolve होते गए, mature होते गए. And then one day I asked, यार इसको नाम देना चाहिए कुछ. हम लोग सब मिलते हैं, gathering करते हैं, बातें करते हैं. What should we name this? And Dharam Shah was one of the participants. He says, sir, जब हम यहाँ आते हैं तो we are happy. जब हम यहाँ आते हैं तो we sit and we talk and we discuss and we share. He was all of, I think, 18, 19 years of age that time. And he says, I feel so happy when I go back from here. I think ये हमारे सबके minds जो है, we are on that state of happiness. So why don't we call it Happy Minds? And I said, wow, what could be better way to describe as to who we are and what this session is all about. And तब से 1999 से लेके आज तक इसका नाम जो है Happy Minds पड़ गया. And प्यार से लोग उसको HM भी बोलते हैं. जैसे मुझे मेरा नाम मनीष गुप्ता है तो प्यार से लोग मुझे MG बोलते हैं. तो इसको भी HM के नाम से ये बड़ा जाना जाता है. And thousands of people have been doing this for the last 22 years, 25 years. And last 2-3 साल से it has become online. So I've been able to reach out to people from across the world. So those of you joined in, namaste one more time. Welcome, Sandeep from Pune, Pramod from Sangamner. Great. Happy to see all of you here. So Happy Minds में होता क्या है? So when we used to have offline, it was a different activity in a certain way. लेकिन जब से online हुआ है तो online में हम लोग जो है, we start with meditation, which is online, maybe a bhajan which is there, हम वो play करते हैं, and then I have my choices of bhajans there which I play, जिनको मैं regularly सुनता हूँ. And love you for the feedback which you give to me on those bhajans which we play, that you connect a lot. And I feel that, and a lot of you ask for the links, and then we keep on sending the links for those bhajans. They are awesome singers, बहुत अच्छे singers हैं जिन्होंने अच्छे bhajan गाए हैं. And the more I discover them, the more I realize कि this is the wealth of spirituality which is around us, and we should maximize on this wealth of spirituality. तो मैं सुनते रहता हूँ और वही मैं जो सुनता हूँ जो मुझे अच्छा लगता है वो मैं play करता हूँ, and then I pass it on to all of you. So we start with meditation and with the bhajan, and then I have some suggestions or I have some affirmations which I share with people during the meditation process. So मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप लोग miss ना करें. Because I see some of you logging at 7:05, I'll see you logging at 7:10, and you're missing out just because of 5-10 minutes. You're missing out on those beautiful 10 minutes of meditation or 7 minutes of meditation, which can actually build up the day for you. So don't miss out on it. When you can have a great start for the day, why to miss out on it? So this is what we start with, and then I have a round of success story sharing, where Chrysalians or HM attendees, they share their success story with me, and उसमें से कुछ हम लोग share करते हैं. And then of course I have my round of sharing of the day or of the week which I have. So here we go for today's success story sharing. So I have a quick few sharings. We have Sapna Rathi, Deepak Borade, and many more who took part in the marathon which happened last Sunday. And Sapna did 10 kilometers. She has been on a roll in terms of cycling and running, and also she is the national I think coordinator now. She'll be chosen for the role of taking over the national role for Credai and playing a very active role in the women's wing of Credai. Deepak Purade, he's been running his company, Raptech Engineering, and is into marathons for the last few years. He says, I finished my marathon also this. So all the best and keep on maintaining this aspect of the health side. I'll share a bit on this as we go on. Then another Christian, Yogita Jagdane, she messaged me from Australia. She's in Australia. I think she's back from Australia. And she says, sir, because of you, I've been able to achieve the CEO Conclave Award in Australia. And मैंने क्या किया काम उसने किया उसकी organization उसने मेहनत करी and then she was called to Australia and given that award. But एक तरह से खुशी होती है कि that somewhere that acknowledgement is there for whatever contribution I've had in their lives. So सिर्फ मान रखने की बात है और ये I think जिंदगी में यही तो बात है कि आप किसी का मान रख लेते हो बस and बाकी सब क्या है बाकी सब तो यहीं रह जाएगा लेकिन जब आप मान रखते हो किसी का you acknowledge somebody somewhere when you acknowledge somebody I always feel that the person whom you have acknowledged उसको तो अच्छा लगता ही है अब योगिता ने मुझे acknowledge किया तो मुझे तो अच्छा लगा ही लेकिन somewhere my learnings stay alive in Yogita. That is so very important to understand. And I always say that acknowledge somebody's contribution in your life. कहीं ना कहीं किसी वजह से आप अच्छे बने हो किसी न किसी की वजह से आपको कुछ मिला है आपके किसी बॉस प्रीवियस बॉस के साथ आपने काम किया है and you became an entrepreneur because of working with that boss. Just remember him. Send him a message once in a year or maybe on your annual day when you celebrate your organization's success for a year, 2 years, 5, 10, 15 years. Message your previous boss कि सर आपकी वजह से मैं आज entrepreneur बन गया. He will feel good. But somewhere when you acknowledge, you keep his learnings in your life alive. Right? Same as with Teachers Day. आप Teachers Day में wish करते हो teachers को. Guru Purnima में wish करते हो. So the teacher will feel good, may have thousands of students, but he will always feel good. She will always feel good that somebody is remembering. But more than the teacher, the teachings inside you will stay alive. तो इसके बड़ा जरूरी है चाहे वो माँ बाप हो चाहे वो रिलेटिव्स हो चाहे दोस्त हो किसी ने आपके लिए कुछ किया है एक्नॉलेज करना बड़ा जरूरी है and I will end with this that more than the acknowledged the acknowledger is blessed when he acknowledges something so thank you for that Yogita and the very statement that sir आपकी वजह से हुआ है मेरी वजह से कुछ नहीं हुआ ईश्वर की वजह से हो रहा है and of course we had Naresh Gandhi also he is also in Australia and he has also been awarded the entire journey to Australia and back. I don't know what was that all about, but he messaged that he's in Australia and so great going. मेरी लाइफ में भी कुछ हुआ है पिछले हफ्ते में which I thought I'll share with you. Yesterday I was addressing Indian Plumbing Association. So they have a very organized structure about. So मैंने तो सोचा था plumbing association में ना जो plumber होते हैं ना I was so shallow in my understanding of the plumbing aspect of business. And then I met these stalwarts of industry, and we have the who's who of the plumbing world. And I realized the plumbing world is so very different. It is so huge. We have the biggest of companies having thousands of crores of turnovers. So they're not the plumbers who just fit there. They're a very small part of the entire chain. So right from the people who are the contractors to people who are into manufacturing of pipes, into walls, into pumps, and then it's a huge industry. So I was addressing the entire congregation of entrepreneurs from across the country on the 28th annual conference, and it was wonderful that I could share my insights with all of them yesterday. And फिर वहां से भागे I had to reach Delhi, and then Delhi से मैं सुबह रात को ट्रेन पकड़ी, and in the morning I reached here at 4 o'clock. So I'm near Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand, and I'm here for a family function. We have a wedding in the family, and so ये सुबह 4 बजे पहुंचा, and then I was struggling as to from where do I take Happy Minds. So कहीं एक location पता करी, and the setting background is not great. So my son Anand, he came and he helped me out. It's a Zoom kind of feature होता है, you can blur the background and things like that. So he was helping me with this headphone. ये उसका headphone है, and a lot of things were happening in the morning. So वो 7 o'clock से पहले का जो 15-20 मिनट थे, तो I was it was a circus going on here, and then because Happy Minds है, I cannot be disturbed, and जगह नहीं है, it's a small place, and then people have to get dressed for the functions, and here I am there with my laptop, and their relatives who have this question, यहाँ भी काम करना है क्या? You've come for a marriage and things like that. Anyways, so here I am with all of you, and do let me know if any challenges there in terms of the connectivity and the sound and the video. So मुझे अभी मेरी आवाज ठीक आ रही है आप लोगों को? So let me know. और ये मुझे थोड़ा सा अच्छा भी लग रहा है, हेडफोन एंड माय ग्लासेस एंड माय बैकग्राउंड, थोड़ा अच्छा भी लग रहा है. हाँ जी. So all of you there with me? Great. चलो वंडरफुल. नीला, जितेश, जिंदा रहना तुम लोग. बाबू साहब, voice is clear and also looks good. Oh, nice, nice. I think this voice is better than the way I would speak otherwise. If yes, then maybe I might use this more. You know, I don't know. I'll have to go for shopping again. There's always something new to learn and pick up. Great. So this was about yesterday, and a few days before that. Thank you, Naren. Thank you for your compliment and your acknowledgement. Thank you so much. इसमें मैं एक बात करूंगा आपसे अभी. I just remembered something which happened, so I'll share with you on that. एक और चीज हुई मेरे साथ पिछले हफ्ते, which is so beautiful. I've been with a company, with a startup called Repos for last many years, and in fact, the very seed of that organization was sown in front of me in my presence and things like that many years ago, around 2016-17. And now Repos as a company has become one of the biggest, largest door-to-door fuel suppliers in the country. And they also got I have shared this in the past also, that they got the best startup award by Mr. Narendra Modi in the month of January 2022. And they're doing phenomenal work. And I know the founders behind Repos personally, because I've seen them work, slog, and put everything which they had into this baby of theirs, which they call as Repos, which is a kind of an energy center. And so I've been there talking to them, strategizing with them, and helping them, and whatever insights they had, they could take away from me. They would bounce off their ideas with me. ऐसा करते करते पिछले काफी सालों में I've seen them grow. So last week they came over, they met me, and they requested if I can be on the advisory board of their organization. And they expressed their entire pathway that they, for the future accomplishment जो उन्होंने करना है, उसके लिए they would need my support, my help to steer the company to be the largest in the world. And that's what I like about startups. They have so much of energy, they have so much of passion, junoon, pagalpan, josh, and not that I don't see it in the companies which I am training and coaching, which are more into conventional business. But एक होता ना, you work with youngsters, तो एक अलग level का एक excitement आता है. So and I, being a youngster deep inside, if not physically, mentally, emotionally, I've always been young. मैं 18 से ऊपर कभी गया ही नहीं, ऐसा लगता है लाइफ में. I've always been 18 years. वो 18 साल का जो छोकरा, 18 साल का जो एक जवान लड़का, वो अंदर मेरे रहता ही है. So I said, yes, I would love to be on board. And another great news was that on the advisory board is also going to be there Mr. Ramcharan. I don't know if you heard of him or not. He is my idol in coaching. And he's the one who coached Jack Welch. He's the one who is coaching Jeff Bezos. He's the one who is there with Kumar Mangala Birla. He's the one who is coaching the who's who of the entrepreneurial world. And one of his books called Execution, which I've been reading and teaching from the last 15 years. He is also supposed to be on the board along with me. And this is so phenomenal. Somebody whom we have been idolizing, somebody whom we have been looking up to, is going to be there, and you're going to rub shoulder to shoulder with him in some ways to take an organization ahead. And so that's very exciting, which happened in my life. So just thought of sharing this with you. and I'm sure it's going to be a great rewarding experience for all who are there. So अभी ये इस thought process से मैं आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ that I can guide organizations now much more closely and take them to their next orbit of success. तो ये मेरे लाइफ में ऐसा हुआ है पिछले हफ्ते में. और क्या हुआ जी? और तो बाकी life is built. I feel this is in business. I was sharing yesterday in the association where I was addressing. I said many times, we. Oh, thank you so much, all of you. Congratulations, ki messages are there. I'll miss out on that. So thank you. We will start work this month onwards. The moment I'm back from this marriage, and my entire schedule is just kind of chock-a-block. But Happy Minds is going to be there. No worries. Don't have a thought in your mind कि happy minds से क्या होगा. It will be there. No matter how busy I am, I will still squeeze in time for happy minds. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vinod, Sainath. Chalo, great. So I was sharing with a few of them as they were getting the entire crowd ready for my talk. I was sitting with a few of them, and I said that business की बातें हो रही थी ऐसी. तो मैंने कहा business I always seen from the relationship perspective कि अगर business में अगर रिश्ता आप बना सकते हो, because business की शुरुआत तो transaction से ही होती है ना. तो कोई आपको पैसा देता है, आप उसको एक सर्विस देते हो, कोई आपको पैसा देता है, आप उसको कोई गुड्स बना के देते हो. So always there's a transaction which is the beginning of a relationship. और मैंने 25 साल से उस ट्रांजैक्शन को एक रिश्ते में बदलने का मैंने काफी एफर्ट लिया है. एंड आई एम ब्लेस्ड दैट मैंने जितना एफर्ट लिया है, सामने वाले ने उतना ही एफर्ट लेके उस रिश्ते को निभाया है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई फेल्ट ग्रेट अबाउट, दैट देयर इज अ नोबल साइड इनसाइड पीपल. कि हर इंसान के अंदर एक रिलेशनशिप साइड होती है, एक नोबल साइड होती है. क्या आप उसको अपील कर पा रहे हो? क्योंकि उसके अंदर ट्रांजैक्शन वाली साइड भी है. So every person has a transaction side, has a relationship side, has a noble soul side. अब ये क्वेश्चन है कि हम कौन सी साइड को अपील कर रहे हैं. जैसे हर आदमी के अंदर दुर्योधन भी है, हर आदमी के अंदर अर्जुन भी है. तो आप उसके अंदर के दुर्योधन को अपील कर रहे हो या उसके अंदर के अर्जुन को अपील कर रहे हो? आप उसके अंदर के नेगेटिव साइड को अपील कर रहे हो या उसके अंदर के पॉजिटिव साइड को अपील कर रहे हो? तो जो आप अपील करते हो जिस साइड को, वो साइड उभर के बाहर आती है. सो आई हैव सीन इन बिजनेस ये रिलेशनशिप साइड को मैंने अपील काफी किया है. तो हर ट्रांजैक्शन को मैं सोचता हूँ कहना है टेक इट टू द रिलेशनशिप साइड. चाहे वो वेंडर हो, चाहे वो कस्टमर साइड हो, चाहे वो टीम साइड हो. एंड एज अ रिजल्ट ओवर द लास्ट 25 years बहुत अच्छे से रिश्ते बन गए हैं. बहुत ऐसे रिश्ते बन गए जो परिवार से ज्यादा बड़े हो गए हैं. जो मेरे रिलेशंस, जो मेरे ब्लड रिलेशंस हैं फ्रॉम बोथ द साइड्स, मदर साइड एंड फादर साइड, उनसे अच्छे घने या उनके बराबरी के हो गए हैं. मेरे फ्रेंड सर्कल से ज्यादा अच्छे मेरे दोस्त बन गए हैं, वो आर फ्रॉम द बिजनेस वर्ल्ड. जो फ्रेंड्स आप स्कूल में जिनसे आप पढ़ते थे 10-12 साल, जिनको आप चड्डी यार बोलते हो, वैसी एक फ्रेंडशिप, वैसी एक बॉन्डिंग मेरी काफी लोगों से हो गई है. एंड आई फील ब्लेस्ड दैट दे हैव चोजन मी और दे हैव थॉट अबाउट मी दैट दे कैन बी लाइक दिस विद मी. बट उसका अगर मैं बोलूं कि वो हुई कहां से, इट्स फ्रॉम दैट वेरी पर्सपेक्टिव दैट every transaction can be converted to a relationship, and because of the relationship, the transaction becomes a transformational process. So many team members are there. They are entrepreneurs now. They were with me as a part of team Chrysalis. They are entrepreneurs. They are working at different companies. But कुछ से इतने अच्छे रिश्ते बन गए हैं, you can't even imagine the kind of relationship we have been able to build. So what I want to communicate to all of you is, we are transacting every time now. We're transacting. So कल मैं I got down from the metro, and कल भी भागम भागी हुई because my train was at 10 o'clock. My talk got over at 3:30 in Pune. भागा भागी airport गया because the flight was at 5:30 from there. So I reached the airport at 4:15, Pune airport, and managed to catch the flight. And when the flight landed, तो flight कुछ उसको टैक्सिंग में टाइम कुछ उसको स्लॉट नहीं मिला. वो आधा घंटा टैक्सिंग करती रही दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट में. And by the time I got off the airport, it was 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock की मेरी ट्रेन है to come to here. And I took the metro to come fast. I got on to New Delhi. My train is from Old Delhi. बड़ा juggling हुआ कल रात को. तो न्यू दिल्ली से ओल्ड दिल्ली का जो ये डिस्टेंस था, तो आई टुक ऑटो रिक्शा बिकॉज इट्स द फास्टेस्ट वे यू कैन ट्रैवल. एंड इन दैट ऑटो आई इट्स अ ट्रांजैक्शन कि मैं ऑटो वाले को मैंने कहा पैसे, उसने कहा 200, मैं कहा 200 ले चल. फिर वो बैठा और फिर मैंने बातें चालू करी उससे कि हु ऑल इज देयर इन द फैमिली एंड व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. And somewhere in that communication for in the first 2-3 minutes, he became so relaxed that he took ownership of making me reach the station in time. Because we had just 20 minutes from New Delhi to Old Delhi to make me catch my train. And somewhere उसने ownership ले ली. और उस ownership से, he took me from the fastest route possible. And I think 3 minutes before the train was to leave, he made me reach the station. तो आई फील कि ये पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आप हर ट्रांजैक्शन में एक रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड कर सकते हो, और शायद वो एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल एक्सपीरियंस हो जाए दोनों लोगों के लिए. तो कल भी देखा मैंने कि वो रिक्शे वाले ने अपनी जान लगा दी मुझे वो टाइम पे पहुंचाने के लिए. इट वाज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा मनी, बिकॉज पैसा तो पहले तय हो चुका था. इट वाज ऑल फाइनलाइज्ड. ही कुड हैव जस्ट ड्रॉप मी एंड आई वुड हैव मिस्ड माय ट्रेन. उसका क्या जाता था. बट कहीं ना कहीं वो बातचीत हुई, वो कम्युनिकेशन हुआ, एंड समवेयर a transformation happened within him where he took ownership of me reaching there in time, as if उसका कोई रिश्तेदार पीछे बैठा है, उसको उसने बिठाना है ट्रेन में. तो ये एक पॉसिबिलिटी होती है. Then in the train also I had the side upper berth, and always side upper berths are, in the compartment there. मुझे लगता है कि मेरे लिए छोटी है. So टीटी आए तो ऐसी मैंने बात करी, मैंने कहा सर कुछ हो सकता है लंबे इंसानों के लिए. एंड ऐसी 2 मिनट बात करी. ही सेज यार वो अंदर 14 नंबर बर्थ खाली है, आप उसमें जाकर सो जाओ. वो आए थे चेक करने के लिए. 2 मीठी बातें कर ली उनके साथ. उन्होंने टिकट भी चेक किया, मुझे बर्थ भी दे दी, बात हो गई. तो रिश्ते से बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. इनफैक्ट कल तो मेरा रिश्ते का ही दिन था. व्हेन आई वाज बोर्डिंग द पुणे फ्लाइट, एंड आई ऑलवेज टॉक नाइस टू द चेक इन पीपल देयर who are going to give you the boarding pass. I always look at the nameplates. I always talk to them with the names. Always be nice and kind and caring. They've been having a long day. They've been handling hundreds of passengers. कोई अच्छे होते हैं, कोई rude होते हैं. And then you have somebody who talks to you nicely. तो smile तो आएगी ना चेहरे पे. And मेरे एजेंट ने जो सीट बुक करी थी, I was not very comfortable with that seat. So मैंने बात करते करते मैंने कहा यार, I think Sailesh was his name, and Sailesh, now you look good with that smile on your face. So he smiled all the more. And then ऐसी मैंने कहा कि any complimentary upgrade for the smile I brought on your face. तो मैंने भी ऐसी हंसते हुए उसको डायलॉग मारा. उसने इमीडिएटली मुझे एक्स्ट्रा लेग स्पेस वाली सीट, उसने कहा सर आप इसमें बैठो. मैंने कहा वाह, दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. तो क्या आप अपने ट्रांजैक्शन को ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की ओर ले जाना चाहते हो? अगर हाँ, तो उसमें रिलेशनशिप डालना पड़ता है. एंड it is not difficult. It is not very challenging. It can happen. My office on Senapati Baba Road, so many Crystallins, they without even thinking twice, they kind of have sometimes meetings at my office. They tell their clients, they tell their vendors, अरे अपना office है ना Senapati Baba Road में. So they own my office, and it is so nice to see that they think like this. कि अरे वो सर वो मेरी मीटिंग है, वो केबिन खाली है क्या, मैं आता हूँ. So we have a few cabins there, and then they come and they take their meetings. Sometimes they come and just study there. Right? So they're just there and they with a laptop, they will work and they will go. तो ये अपनापन, ये हक से एक रिश्ते में आता है. वो ट्रांजैक्शन से नहीं आता है कि मैंने अगर ट्रांजैक्शन किया होता उनके साथ कि पैसा लिया, सर्विसेज दे दी एंड बात खत्म, तो उसमें फिर रिश्ता कहाँ बंद होता है, उसमें फिर हक कहाँ होता है. हक तो रिश्ते से आता है. और ये हक आपके हक सबसे बड़ा वाला हक होता है. एक होता है जहां आपने पैसा दिया होता है और आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है, तो आप हक से कहते हो कि भाई मैंने पैसा दिया, मुझे सर्विस चाहिए. एक होता है हक रिश्ते वाला. तो रिश्ते वाले हक में यू गो बियॉन्ड व्हाट यू एक्सपेक्ट. यू गो बियॉन्ड. तो कुछ तो रिश्ते ऐसे होने चाहिए ना जहां आप यू कैन गो बियॉन्ड, और हक से आप कुछ मांग पाओ जो आपको नहीं भी हो, लेकिन आप फिर भी हक से मांग पाओ. सो दिस इज Mahesh also there. मैंने आज सपना की बात करी. Hmm. So it's an indication to you that you can also. So Mahesh Rathi is Sapna Rathi's husband, and I was talking about Sapna Rathi that she has been running and cycling and things like that. And so it's an indication to you, Mahesh, that you also pick up running in life. Hmm. Though you're doing running in your business side, but life side में भी running चालू करो. चलिए, आज और आगे बढ़ते हैं. So I think this is one simple, beautiful insight I could give to you. Last week, I was speaking on this thing called aliveness, and I said, "ये aliveness का होना बड़ा जरूरी है in our lives." And when I say aliveness, it means there is some kind of, you're willing to live your life to the fullest. There is openness. There is an inner expansion in your life, and that's a kind of a sign of aliveness. ये लक्षण है aliveness के. And it's not that आप जो सोचो कि वो होगा. Aliveness का मतलब है कि you know that you're human beings. बहुत सी चीज नहीं भी होती हैं लाइफ में, और बहुत सी चीज आप नहीं कर पाते हो, लेकिन फिर भी there are many things which you can do in life. There are many things which happen because you have been so full of life and so full of energy. तो ये aliveness आती कहाँ से है? I was sharing with you the last few weeks. I think I shared with you a few questions जो आपने पूछने चाहिए. मैं कल I was in the airport, and from my family from here were posting videos of the event. I missed one event yesterday night, and in that event I saw my father, God bless him, touch wood. He was there dancing. He's 76, 77 years dancing. And then Rachna told me that he cooked Chinese food for everybody, the entire family of who's over there. So वो खाना बना रहे हैं. And then when he came in, रात को कल 12 बजे कल जो मेहंदी का प्रोग्राम था खत्म हुआ. Then he came home, and at 4 o'clock he was at the station to pick me up. And I said, आप क्यों आए बाबूजी? I could have just come on my own, but he would not listen. And he's there at the station. I opened the door. मैं door पे खड़ा हूँ station के, and he is there to pick. I said, don't pick up this bag. This is my bag. I'll let me. So वो एक aliveness. He's active. God bless him. He's active. He is happening. He is making the world around him happen. And then while coming to the place here in the car, he says, I have to get ready 8 o'clock. I have to make people get up for the breakfast, and then make sure everybody has breakfast by 10:30. And then 11 o'clock, we got to move to the venue. And wo hai, ye program hai. And I said, what's this is a happening person. इनके लाइफ में तो चीजें हो रही हैं. ये तो हंगामा हो रहा है इनके लाइफ में. And it's not because of the marriage. I see him like this more or less every day. He has something or the other happening in life. And I believe it's because he's alive. He's alive. And it is such a beautiful thing to be alive. And sometimes I meet youngsters and I say, यार तुम तो 25-30 साल के हो, तुम्हारे अंदर की लाइवनेस किधर है? You got to be alive. You got to be beaming with energy. You got to be oozing energy out. And I see people at 30, 35, 40, they have lost that zeal. जैसे अंदर से कुछ मर गया है. And aliveness is something which says it's beyond your age. It's a sense of कि कुछ तो, there is something which is more to be done. There's so much more to be done. ये sense of feeling from inside, which makes you look around for things where you can make your life a bit more meaningful. बहुत सारे लोग जाने अनजाने में, because of the kind of life they've been living, they kind of dragging themselves. तो आप हैं, आप जिंदा हैं, लेकिन आप जिंदा नहीं हैं. So you're physically alive, but otherwise you're not alive. This last week मैंने बोला था that some people they die at 30. It is just that they're buried at 75, 80. मर तो बहुत पहले जाते हैं, दफनाया बहुत बाद में जाता है. I'm saying जब तक दफनाया नहीं जाता तब तक जिंदा रहना चाहिए. वो एक aliveness. तो वो सेंस ऑफ अलाइवनेस आई कहाँ से, आती कहाँ से, आनी कहाँ से चाहिए? सो आई सेड मुझे नहीं मालूम कहाँ से आनी चाहिए, बट आई हैव सम क्वेश्चंस, एंड इफ यू कैन आस्क दोस क्वेश्चंस टू योरसेल्फ, मे बी इन दोस द आंसर्स ऑफ दोस क्वेश्चंस कहीं अलाइवनेस छुपी हुई है. And I had asked you last week, I'd asked you 3 questions to ask yourself, right? Do you remember those questions now? Hmm. Mahesh says, I am in the gym. Good to see you in the gym. Yeah, from the gym, you're listening to me. Love you, Mahesh, for that. हाँ, मुझे बताओ लास्ट मैंने क्वेश्चन आपको कहा था. 3 क्वेश्चन आपको मैंने बताए थे अलाइवनेस के. Let me see if you remember them. Anybody who can type in and tell me the questions. Then I'll tell you 1 or 2 more questions today. I'm waiting for some of you to type and share with me those 3 questions. And if you, okay, so we have the first one. Thank you, Vivek, for sharing this. Do you have a sense of balance in life? And this is it's a very simple question, but this is kind of a question to the answer of which will make you understand कि आपकी life में aliveness है कि नहीं, because you can't have your sense of worth coming from only 1 or 2 places, right? And second one is, do you have a belly laugh at least a few times a day? And third is, do you have nutritious people around you? Okay, oh good, thank you for sharing this. चलो गुड. सो मैंने 3 सवाल आपसे करे थे और मैंने कहा था आप इन सवालों का आप जवाब दीजिए. यू आंसर इट टू योरसेल्फ, एंड इन दीज आंसर्स is hidden your sense of aliveness. तो पहला, do you have a sense of balance? बैलेंस का मतलब क्या है? आपका सेंस ऑफ वर्थ, कि आप कितने वर्दी हो. इट शुड नॉट कम फ्रॉम just your work or your profession, or maybe your relations. It should come from a holistic approach to life. That your sense of worth comes from even talking to a rickshaw wala. Your sense of worth comes even through your physical self. It comes from you seeing things and you traveling. It can come from various sources. But बहुत से लोगों ने अपना sense of worth जो है वो 1 या 2 चीजों पे अटका दिया है. And that's why life has become imbalanced. And that's where the aliveness is lost. Second, मैंने कहा कि बहुत से लोगों का जाने अनजाने में इतना सीरियस अप्रोच हो गया है लाइफ को लेके, दे आर सीरियस अबाउट एवरीथिंग. और वो लिखते भी है नीचे ना, वो हमारे लैंग्वेज में देखो ना आप, यू राइट अ लेटर टू योर चाइल्ड स्कूल टीचर दैट प्लीज ग्रांट माय सन लीव फॉर टुमारो फॉर ही इज नॉट वेल, थैंकिंग यू योर्स. क्या लिखते हो नीचे आप? थैंकिंग यू योर्स. तो नीचे या तो आप लिखते हो फेथफुली या आप लिखते हो सिंसियरली. Am I right? You don't write yours seriously. You don't write that, right? So why are you serious? You got to be sincere in life. Sincere का मतलब क्या है? आप you mean it. आप उस चीज की वैल्यू समझ रहे हो. तो आप लिखते हो yours sincerely means जो मैंने ऊपर लिखा है, I mean every word. That's what it means, yours sincerely. लेकिन बचपन से क्या हो गया, जाने अनजाने में हमें सीरियस बनाने का पूरा ट्रेनिंग हुआ है कि हम पढ़ रहे हैं. बचपन में हम वी स्टडिंग इन फॉर आवर एग्जाम्स, और पढ़ते पढ़ते हम हंस रहे हैं या हम थोड़ा स्माइल कर रहे हैं, तो शायद टीचर ने देख लिया, शायद मम्मी ने देख लिया, और फिर चालू हो गई बमबारी. हंसता है, एग्जाम सर पे आ गए, कभी तो सीरियस हो जा. एंड दैट्स व्हाट द टीचर आल्सो सेड इन स्कूल, कांट यू बी सीरियस एवर इन लाइफ? यू आर लाफिंग, यू आर स्माइलिंग, व्हाई डोंट यू स्टडी? So who said studying cannot be done with a smile? Why you got to be serious when you study? कभी सोचा आपने? तो हमें अनजाने जाने में क्या हो गया है, बचपन से लेके ऐसी आदत पड़ गई है कि जब भी कुछ मीनिंगफुल वर्क हो, बी सीरियस. चेहरे से स्माइल उड़ा दो, हंसी उड़ा दो, लाइटनेस उड़ा दो. यू गॉट टू बी हेवी, बिकॉज काम हेवी है, काम जबरदस्त है. So how can you do it smilingly? How can you be light about it? तो लोगों की लाइफ सीरियस हो गई, हंसते नहीं है. And I said, at least once or twice in a day, you should have a belly laughter. मतलब ऐसा पेट पकड़ के आदमी हंस रहा है वैसा हंसना होना चाहिए, जोर से हंसना होना चाहिए. Because laughter is kind of a internal jogging for your internal organs. They will you jog for your muscles in the outside world, but you laugh for your internal organs to go for a jog. तो हंसो यार, कब हंसोगे? Inside the grave, I have not seen people laughing. And if they laugh, it's a problem. In their sleep, I've not seen people laughing. And if in their sleep they laugh, it's a problem here. I was taking a program a few weeks back, and then there I saw होता ना हर प्रोग्राम में एक दो आत्मा ऐसी होती है कि जो एकदम ऐसी बैठी होती है सीरियस. उनको देख के आपको लगता है कि आप भी जी के क्या कर रहे हो. they are dead serious दोनों देखो शब्द कैसे हैं, डेड और सीरियस. भयंकर कॉम्बिनेशन है ये. they are dead serious. So उनको देख के मैंने बोला कि ये सीरियसनेस की ट्रेनिंग जो है ना क्यों कर रहे हो? जब ग्रेव में जाओगे तो सीरियस ही होने वाले हो यार, फिर वहां स्माइल करोगे. डेड भी होगे और सीरियस भी होगे. एटलीस्ट जब तक जिंदा है ना, तो कम से कम हम वो तो ना हो जो हम मरने के बाद हो जाएंगे. तो जिंदा होने के लिए तो जो जिंदगी में लगेगा वो करो ना. तो ओनली लिविंग पीपल स्माइल, ओनली लिविंग पीपल हैव अ बेली लाफ्टर, ओनली लिविंग पीपल दे हैव अ ठागा. वो बोलते हैं ठाका मार के हंसना, ये जिंदा लोग ही कर सकते हैं. तो पूछो अपने आप से, कब ऐसा आपने ऐसा ठाका मार के हंसे कि बगल के रूम से लोग आ जाएं कि हुआ क्या है, क्या बात हो गई? आप हंसते हो तो आप ही को नहीं मालूम आप हंसे हो. वी हैव बीन ट्रेन्ड, अनजाने में वी हैव बीन ट्रेन्ड. या जोर से नहीं हंसना है, या सीरियस होके काम करना है. सो द मोर यू हैव अ बेली लाफ्टर. सो आई वाज शेयरिंग दैट. तो आप किसी से कितना भी प्यार करते हैं ना, आई एम शेयरिंग दिस विद ऑल ऑफ यू आल्सो. यू यू लव योर वाइफ लाइक नोबडी एल्स, यू शुड. तो आप उतना जितना प्यार करते हो वाइफ से, अगर वही वाइफ आपकी रात को नींद पे हंसना चालू कर दे, सारा प्यार उड़ जाएगा, गायब हो जाएगा मिनटों में. कोई प्यार व्यार नहीं रहेगा उससे, अगर वो नींद में हंसना उसने चालू कर दिया. तो नींद में लोग हंसते नहीं है सर, कब्र में हंसते नहीं है साहब. लोग जो जिंदा होते हैं ना, जो चलते हैं, जो उड़ते हैं, जो जिंदगी में जीते हैं, वो हंसते हैं. तो अगर आप जिंदा हो, अगर आप चल रहे हो, अगर आपकी आंखें खुली हैं, मन खुला है, तो हंसो यार, हंसो. हम्म? पेट पकड़ के हंसता है, एब्सोल्युटली. तो हो मेरे साथ आप लोग. तो कुछ तो ऐसा करो, दिन में एक दो बार हंस लिया करो यार, पेट पकड़ पकड़. एंड द थर्ड थिंग व्हिच आई शेयर्ड विद ऑल ऑफ यू, I just saw the number of people who have joined in. Suddenly, a lot of people have joined in the last 15 minutes. तुम लोग ना बच जाते हो बिकॉज ये ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम है. मेरे ऑफलाइन प्रोग्राम में आओगे ना, तुम लोग बचोगे नहीं. आई विल नॉट अलाउ यू इनसाइड. Why you have to log in at 7:30 and 7:40 when the program starts at 7 o'clock? Hmm? Sir, I make 3 people laugh every day. ये भी टारगेट लेकर रखा हुआ है. Hmm? आपके सेशन में बम में हम, अच्छा बम नहीं, सॉरी, आपके सेशन में हम पेट पकड़ के हंसते हैं. एब्सोल्युटली. सबने बम से हम अपने पेट पकड़ के हंसते. आई somewhere I have this knack of making people laugh also, but then I'm fortunate that people who are they're willing to laugh when I'm there with them. So have a belly laugh once in a while. And the third point I said, have two nutritious people around you. People who are happy when they see you, people who are willing to listen to you, people who accept you the way you are. I think ये ऐसे कुछ लोग तो होने चाहिए. तो ये हमें खाद पानी देते हैं to live a wonderful life. तो ये मैंने sharing करी थी. I remember last time there was a question which was asked, what do you do? How do you handle people who demean you? And I shared that कुछ नहीं करना है यार, सिर्फ ऐसा स्लीव्स को फोल्ड करना है, सर नीचे करना है और काम पे लग जाना है. Let them demean you, let them put you down, let them pull you down, let them say anything about you. जितना वो बोलेंगे, जितना आपको वो नीचे गिराएंगे, जितना आपके बारे में वो कुछ गलत बोलेंगे, उतनी ही मेहनत करते जाओ. उनके शब्दों को अपना फ्यूल बना लो और उस फ्यूल से कुछ कर जाओ. And this I have learned from this one man who is running our country. कि जितना लोग उनको बोलते हैं ऊपर नीचे, उतनी वो और मेहनत करते हैं यार, उतनी और लगन से वो देश के लिए काम करते हैं. इससे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल कहां मिलेगा? कभी अगर लीडरशिप के बारे में जानना हो, समझना हो ना, लीव योर पॉलिटिकल बायस असाइड, योर पॉलिटिकल लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स असाइड, वो सब साइड में बाजू में करो. सिर्फ एक इस इंसान को पढ़ लो तो लीडरशिप के काफी लेसन्स तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएंगे. And one of the lessons which I have learned is when you are standing in a position of leadership, somebody would be there. आप लीडर हो ना, तो you will have people who will pull you down, क्योंकि आप ऊपर हो ना, आप ऊपर हो. कोई अगर पीछे से लात मारता है आपको, इसका मतलब आप उसके आगे हो ना. उसके आगे हो, तभी तो पीछे से लात मार रहा है, राइट? कोई आपको नीचे धकेल रहा है, इसका मतलब आप उसके ऊपर हो ना, तभी तो नीचे धकेल रहा है. So don't feel bad about it, right? That's the way it is. But I've seen this man taking everything which has been thrown at him. He makes it into a stepping stone and he climbs. You throw him a dagger, he will hold it from the other side and he will cut vegetables from the dagger, right? तो वो आप पत्थर पे वो उसकी वो सीढ़ी बना लेंगे. He is an awesome guy. So what do you do when people demean you? You just work. And I shared also that that's what I did all my life. Been working. And fortunately, I got this example. I said, wow, this is so wonderful. Even today, when HM is there, and I have a marriage happening in the family, and then everybody's getting ready in the room outside. And मैं इससे ये भी लगा के रखा कि मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा क्या हो रहा है. They're making noise, they're doing everything, and so it's kind of keeping me out of the entire thing. So my immediate family, they are my nutritious people. They understand why I take Happy Minds. They will not question. They will not even once have this in mind कि यार ये इंसान शादी में आया, ये अभी HM क्यों ले रहा है. But then their relatives जो दूर दराज जो मुझसे मिले, जो ऐसे मिलते रहते हैं कभी ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स में, शादियों में. So they might have a question. One of them had a question कि यार इसको अभी भी काम की पड़ी है. एक ने और बोला यार यहाँ भी पैसा कमाओगे क्या? अरे I don't see. I can't explain to them what Happy Minds is, and I need not explain to them that what is this for me. Had it been work for me, I would not even work. This is not work for me, na? So what it means to me, I know, and what it means to me, my family knows, and that's enough. That's enough. लोग तो बोलेंगे, वो अपनी समझ से बोलेंगे, अपनी नासमझी से बोलेंगे. हमें तो समझ है ना अपनी, और जब तक हमें समझ है कि हम कौन है, फिर चिंता करने की बात नहीं है, फिर घबराने की बात नहीं. I think that's where my sense of commitment. और फिर मैंने अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स भी इतने ऊंचे कर रखे हैं ना कि मैं साइकिलिंग करते करते हैप्पी माइंड्स ले सकता हूँ, तो शादी में आईवॉक्स क्यों नहीं कर सकता हूँ. और जब नहीं ले पाऊंगा तो नहीं ले पाऊंगा. When I was in Jakarta a few months back, I was with my father for a vacation there, and वो timing match नहीं हुआ. I was in the car and I could not take Happy Minds because we were going to a forest reserve, and I could not take Happy Minds there. And I said, I can't take ना. और जिस दिन लगेगा कि बहुत हो गया, I'll hang my boots and I'll say it's all over. It's तो जब बोझ लगेगा तो बंद कर दूंगा, जब नहीं होगा तो नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन जब तक होगा तो मैं करूंगा ना. So that's where the commitment comes from. So don't worry about if people pull you down. साइली का क्या क्वेश्चन है? Many times it happens. Everyone around you says you're correct. यहाँ समझ ये नहीं आता that we are going correct. Because somewhere you have not accepted yourself as a person who can do wonders. So जब खुद का self belief कम होता है ना, तो somewhere we're not able to do great things. और ये बात सुनो आप ध्यान से, इस बात को So very beautiful point, Sari. कभी कभी बाहर वालों को हम पे ज्यादा विश्वास होता है कि यार ये तो कुछ कर जाएगा, हमें खुद पे नहीं होता। जब खुद पे विश्वास नहीं होता तो बाहर वाले बोलते हैं कर, हम तब भी नहीं करते। बाहर वाले बोलते तेरे से ना हो पाएगा तो हमें और बुरा लगता है। तो हम दोनों जगह से पिसते हैं। इसलिए खुद पे विश्वास, खुद की वर्थ मालूम होना बड़ा जरूरी है। एंड that's the prerequisite for anything worthwhile to happen from us, because we feel worthwhile, we feel worthy, then worthwhile things will happen ना। जब हमें नहीं लग रहा हम किसी काम के हैं तो फिर कोई हमसे अच्छा काम कैसे होगा? जब तक है जान हम लेते रहेंगे सर, बंद तो आपको हम करने नहीं देंगे। ये तुम्हारी यही तो बातें हैं जो, हाँ, जो मुझे कंटिन्यू करा देती हैं, that I continue taking it. चलो, let me take you to the fourth question, which you need to ask to have a sense of aliveness. The fourth question is, do I take out time for solitude? Do I take out time for solitude? अब solitude का मतलब क्या है? When I say solitude, it means, do you take out time for yourself? Do you go on a date with self? And अभी जैसे ये मैरिज खत्म होगी तो fifth, I think the function will get over. 6th and 7th and 8th, 3 days. उसमें से 6th, I have I have a family, I have a friend function there which I have to go for. 7th and 8th, 2 days I have taken time for myself to be in solitude. Means I'll be alone. I'll not be meeting, talking with anybody. I would want to be alone. Maybe I'll have one small YouTube live in the morning, and then that's it. I want to be alone. Now, this is so very important, that aliveness जो है ये बहुत sources से आती है. So do you take time out? मेरा question है, do you take out time for solitude? Means, do you take time out to go a few steps back? Listen to me very carefully. Do you take out time to go a few steps back for you to take a giant step forward? And that's the way it is. For you to take a giant step forward, we at times need to go a few steps back. वो देखा आपने हाई जंप करने वालों को या लॉन्ग जंप करने वालों को? जब आप देखते हैं ना ओलंपिक्स में, स्पोर्ट्स में, ये हाई जंप करते हैं, लॉन्ग जंप करते हैं, so they don't stand on the board and then they jump. They walk many steps back to take that huge jump forward. They go many steps back, और जब पीछे जाते हैं फिर वहां से भागते हुए आते हैं और फिर एक लंबी जंप लेते हैं. थोड़ी ना खड़े खड़े वहीं जंप मार देते. Problem with our lives is we are not taking time out to go back. हम ठहर नहीं रहे हैं, हम ठहर के कुछ पीछे नहीं जा रहे हैं. हम चलते जा रहे हैं, चलते जा रहे हैं, चलते जा रहे हैं और चलते जा रहे हैं, और फिर सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, यार ये बड़ा जंप नहीं आ रहा है. अरे कहां से आएगा बड़ा जंप? बड़ा जंप के लिए मोमेंटम चाहिए, थोड़ा ठहराव चाहिए, फिर सोच समझ के बाद फिर एक छलांग चाहिए. And this is what I have understood, and I've been taking this in my business program. I've been sharing this concept that take time out. As entrepreneurs, as leaders, take time out. The more you take time out, the more you will have clarity about what you should do and what you should not do. And then you can take a big jump. हम कर ही नहीं रहे. हम रोज बस बोलते हैं शटर खोलते हैं काम चालू, शटर बंद किया रात को, फिर सुबह शटर खोला काम चालू. हर जगह वही है. So you got to take out time for yourself. It is so very vital, so very important. I wish I could share a lot more on this, but this very concept, this very thought, that at regular intervals, just withdraw yourself from the world. At regular intervals, I do it almost once in a month, or sometimes once in 2 months. I withdraw from the world, couple of days outside with myself, and then I come back. Right? So you won't talk with your family members. They don't want to talk to me. So I don't watch TV in these 2 days. I will not do anything which will disturb my mind. right? And I don't think family disturbs my mind. But you don't talk to your family for hours. What do? You talk to your family in the morning, maybe once in the evening, and that's it. You talk to them with for hours, वो भी थक जाएंगे तुमसे. So just a few minutes in the morning, hi, bye, hello, hi, क्या चल रहा है? That's it. And then you log out, and you don't do anything which is going to create chaos here. So take a time. The best is if you can go for a trek, go for a trek alone. इनफैक्ट बहुत साल पहले मैं एक ऐसा सोच रहा था एक प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करूं, लेकिन कर नहीं पाया टाइम की वजह से. दैट यू नो take some people with me and make them go to the forest and have some spaces where they can build their tents, pitch their tents, and they sleep alone in the forest 24 hours solo time. And you come back in the morning alive. But that 24 hour of time without mobile, without a friend, without any relative, just you. सोचो कितना बढ़िया होगा. How alive you will feel. Just you. कुछ लोगों को तो ये सोच के घबराहट होती है, हाय अकेले में कितना बोरिंग होगा ना अकेले. अरे if you are getting bored with yourself, this means are you not a boring company? And then you want people to feel good with you when you yourself not feeling good with yourself. जब आप खुद से बोर हो रहे हो तो दुनिया तो आपसे बोर होगी ही. वो एक आता था पहले ऐड, जो बीवी से करे प्यार, वो कौन सा था, वो कुकर उससे कैसे करे इनकार. तो मेरा आपसे जो खुद से करे प्यार, उसको दुनिया कैसे करे इनकार. तो आपको खुद की कंपनी पसंद नहीं है तो फिर दुनिया को कैसे पसंद आएगी कंपनी. So see if you can take out time for yourself from this busy routine of yours. थोड़ा थमो यार, थोड़ा ठहरो. कहाँ भाग रहे हो, किस चीज के पीछे भाग रहे हो? What are you chasing? And for what you are chasing, there's still you still got to take out time to take a pause, reflect, look back on the distance covered. आप चढ़ते जा रहे हो. Every mountaineer knows that. और मैं तो पहाड़ी हूं ना, मैं तो पहाड़ से आया हूं. तो हम जब बच्चों में स्कूल जाते थे 3.5 kilometers uphill, and every morning we would go 3.5 kilometers uphill. Our school was the highest school in Asia, height wise. So every 100 meters, 200 meters, चल रहे because you have a time to reach school में timing से पहुंचना होता था. But every 100-200 meters सांस फूलती थी, we would stop. And I remember उस समय समझता नहीं था. But now I remember that when we would stop, there were certain spots where we would stop, some rocks we would sit, and then we would look at the distance covered. हम पीछे मुड़ के देखते थे तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता था. अरे इतना ऊपर आ गए. वहां से व्यू अलग दिखता था पहाड़ी से नीचे का. So that lake would look so different. Boats would look so small. So it's the same way. Take time as you move up in your business. Stop. Take time to look at what distance you have covered. Maybe you'll see some other path. अच्छा ये ले सकते थे. अच्छा ये लेंगे तो जल्दी आ जाएंगे. अच्छा ये लेंगे तो जरा अच्छा रहेगा. You see what you have left behind. And when you come back, you have much more clarity to cover the remaining distance. There's no rocket science. It's as simple as that. So, कुछ घंटी बजी आज कि नहीं बजी? जोर से बजी घंटी. I'm waiting for 8th of January to happen, where we have our offline meet. And we have got good number of registrations happening. I'm so happy to see so many of you taking a call and registering for that. So Ajo, if you're in Pune and you want to see, you want to meet me live, you want to meet everybody in person, so be there on 8th of January for our get together. It's going to be a mega happy minds. We call it the mega happy minds. Every year at the beginning of the year, we have this huge happy mind session, which is offline. And